Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
And I hope the mic does sound right. Hi, I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And recent video, one of my subscribers said, why don't I do a video on the naysayers when it comes to Iraqi Dinar? And those who've been with me for a while know that I try to keep our environment positive. I mean, everybody's in this, and some people have been waiting for decades. Many have been waiting for years. Some have been waiting for months, but everybody's been waiting. And so, usually when you're sitting around waiting for something to come, like a train, the best thing you can do is entertain yourself and even maybe strike up conversations to pass the time. But to make it really worse is to heckle and create some type of disturbance or fight. And I've said many times when I do Dinar videos, it seems to bring out the haters. I find it amusing because I can't imagine myself becoming so upset and so angry about something that I guess I used to be invested in. That's what I think they really is the real problem. They used to be invested and they gave up, so they want everybody else to be losers because if they gave up, they lost. So he recommended I do a video about that. But I'm gonna play something because I've been accused of being a guru. I've been accused of leading people on. I've been accused of all kinds of things in these comments from some of my viewers, the haters. And I want to first commend the overall majority of the audience. Everyone is building a positive to one another, and I've watched some pretty interesting discussions go by occasionally, and even sometimes people say things that aren't always in agreement and positive, but that's okay too. That's not hating. That's not hating. That may be pontificating. Maybe pontificating, but it ain't hating. I don't know. That rhymes, so I had to say it twice. But anyway, listen very closely to this and see if I'm doing what I've been accused of doing. And this isn't the first time I've addressed the haters, but let's listen. When it comes to news on the Iraqi dinar, I get a newsletter, frequent newsletters from Dinar Recaps, and then I go to that, I click on it, and I look for information that I think is worthy of sharing. But here's what I don't want to share. I don't want to share hopium. I don't want to create a drug-seeking crowd for hopium. I'm not a guru, and I never professed to be a guru. I'm a paradigm whisperer. And so this is the comment from Dan. Dan said, DK will... Hey DK, I wonder if you've noticed that a lot of the same people go onto every YouTube channel that talks about an RV consistently and constantly leave negative comments that it will never happen. It makes one wonder that since they believe it's never going to happen, why do they waste so much time and energy knocking it? Maybe you will talk about that too. Man, that's exactly how I feel. And I am going to talk about it right now. Now, I'm not trying to hate on anyone or bully anyone or beat anybody up. But if you put your comment out there, it's public. It's public. It's out there. So I can respond in kind. And so I'm going to go through these comments. And some of the comments are, not so bad. But I'll have them on here for a reason. I don't have every comment, but I went through my Iraqi Dinar videos and I went to the comment sections to find some of the haters, not necessarily just the comments, the haters, and then, like I said, some other comments. So we'll see how this develops. So this fella here said baloney. I mean, that's not no big deal. And like I said, I guess you would disagree with the entree. He didn't want to eat no bologna. Time will tell, again, because in that video I talked about how the future was actually proven the past. But Mr. Tassoni, Robert, that's not a hater comment. I want to clear that up. I'm not using you as an example of a hater comment. I'm using Dan to show why I'm doing this. However, sir, you did kind of get a little crazy when you said keep pushing your hopium. And if you just heard in my introduction, that's exactly what I don't want to do. I look for information that I think is worthy of sharing. But here's what I don't want to share. I don't want to share hopium. I don't want to create a drug-seeking crowd for hopium. And that's why my Iraqi dinar videos are not so repetitive and not so closely produced or published, because some things just don't change. Have things changed recently? Well, yeah. For instance, where is I saw it here on here, where Mark Z had said something to the effect that the election had not happened yet. He says they hadn't done it yet. They're voting on the president today from a member, so and so. And then as the news developed, they voted and they actually started the second round of voting. And then it developed even more, and they got one. He got elected, this fellow Rashid. And so the Iraqi election did happen, and they had a new prime minister. So that's a development. Do I think it's going to do anything with the RV? No, I don't. Is that a lack of hopium for you? I don't think that. I've said many a times, and as I go through some of these comments, you'll see what I think, because I'll be responding to comments. So let me go back and see where we're at here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Why do I have this one here? What a joke, listening in on the big BS call. That's edgy. That's edgy. But I believe the scripture says, out of the heart's abundance the mouth speaks. So in this case, the fingers speak through typing. So Mr. John Walsh was upset about that, and so I just asked him who peed in his soup. But I don't necessarily consider that a hater either. You see, I gave it a heart. I mean, it's somebody expressing their opinion. But it's starting, it's heading towards the negative, It's like, what are you going to listen to? You going to listen to me? I'm not a guru. I read information and then I decipher it. Like the intro said, I'm a paradigm whisperer. And so far, I'm not too bad at it. But moving on, we had this guy. If you invested in Iraqi dinar, then you are going to lose. Make no mistake about that. Wow. I wonder what his source of information is. Here's a good question, because this is from the video, did we invest in the IQD to lose or to win? Okay, we all invested to win. I know that. I hope that. But my question is, if I can be accused of being a guru for just sharing information and news, is Stephen O'Neill a guru because he's telling us what the outcome's going to be? Have any other haters ever thought about that? And okay, moving on. Who we got? Walsh again. Mark Z has said the same old hype for years. He's never told any truths, no doubt ever will. Wow, John Walsh is repetitive. Wasn't John Walsh? Yep. He didn't like the big call, and he don't like Mark Z. John, what's your agenda? John, what's your agenda? Then this guy says, sounds like you're jealous. Now, I didn't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. And I listened closely to the entire video to see, did I say something that would give that impression? Didn't find it. But he felt the need to say it. The comment section's there. All right, what do we got next? Come on. All right, thank you. Booyah, just enough. Now, this one touched me a little bit right here. Just another hustler making money on the IQD. Okay, let me be absolutely clear for Carlos Matias. And I think I said it all here. I'm sure I did, because y'all know I won't hold back saying what I have to say. I don't even make money making YouTube videos, so you got it all wrong bringing that accusatory hate on my channel, sir. I let it go. Let's see what I said. Let's see. Just another disgruntled viewer who bought a lottery ticket. Yeah, lottery ticket mentality. Buy today, win tomorrow, or tonight. No, this is investing, and it's very speculative, risky investing. You got to have patience. He says he's not a guru. He's been in this since 2005. Because of the pumping up of this investment and gurus comparing it to Kuwait, the currency has been oversold. Okay, he's expressing an opinion. I have no problem with that. There it is. A far more respectful comment. And then I explained that. It's in most so-called info is BS, like politics as well as religion. So Carlos, you don't get a hate marker for that. You don't get a hate marker for that. But make sure you know what you're talking about when you accuse somebody of something. No, I don't make no money off the IQD, and I haven't made any money off the IQD. I'm waiting like everybody else. So that's a swing and a miss. All right, what else we got? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, wow, this is not news. This crap is all over the web. No need to reheat it. I guess you mean repeat it, because I wasn't cooking up nothing. It was already cooked. I was just dishing it out. I just dish out information. The DMT lover. I don't even know what that means. I don't hate you, sir. I just gave you a thumbs down. I didn't give you a love on that because there's no need for such a comment. But so far, so good. As you can see, folks, most of the comments are fun and happy and good. But, like you said, make a video about it, so I'm doing it. Now we had, what we got, 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 what we got. Plus, there's Kenneth Yu. I've been holding for 12 plus years, I believe. See, that's a positive individual, man. That's a positive individual. Info Seeker. Is that why I'm on this one? Holding on to this fantasy. But you are not sure how many more years ago. Of course I don't know. Of course I don't know how many more years it's gone. That's why I say in my videos, live your life. Live your life. You made an investment, now go live your life. You ever heard the scripture where those who desire to be rich stab themselves over with many pains? I mean, really. Don't make it the focus of life. My rebuttal, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for a well thought out reply. So this is all positive. This is all positive. Whatever. You are going to be so predictably positive that you are going to be wealthy. I don't care if I ever get wealthy. And I think alike. I was getting ready to say what's already written. Rich is wanting what we have more so than having what we want. I'm okay with my life. My life is pretty good. I've gone through ups and downs like anybody else, but a live dog is better off than a dead lion. So this ain't the focus of my life. So maybe that's why I don't get angry about it. Let's keep going. What else we got? What else do we got? My buddy there. Here we are. Am I still waiting? That's okay. No such thing as a GCR from Chris Manning. Okay, we had a little back and forth. Of course, y'all can read it if you want to read it. Chris, how you doing? I ain't hating on you. You got a love mark. I wouldn't give you one if I didn't mean it, but you don't know what you're talking about, sir. A GCR is happening all around us. That's a global currency reset. It's happening all around us. It's impossible for it not to happen because money is going to the blockchain and digital. So that right there is a reset of our currency structure. That's why I asked you, who told you that? I guess he then tried to tell me how he was educated, and I guess I had to respond that I'm a little bit educated myself. So that ain't gonna hold water for either one of us. What's gonna hold water is there is a global currency reset, and it's happening as we speak. What else we got? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You have a wonderful day too. I love you guys, by the way. Those who come here and make it positive, and even this video, I hope is positive to you guys. This guy, SKS. He was a hater on the earlier comments too, but I left it out. He said he doesn't like people boasting like you do. Remember, you say you are a godly man. You should not act like that. Yeah, I don't boast. I don't boast. I believe the Bible says it's better out of somebody else's mouth to give you a compliment out of your own. But since you're accusing me, I'm a handsome guy, and if I said I'm a handsome guy because I look in the mirror and I think I like the way I look, I'm handsome, does that make me an Adonis or does that make me honest? Which one? If I say I have a high IQ and I do, am I lying? Or am I telling the truth? So here's what I see out of that. You're judging, and how you judge, you'll be judged. You got a thumbs down. You didn't even get a heart because you threw God at it. And I'm a godly man, exactly as you say. A lot of people think godly means milk toast. No, not necessarily. No need to fight. But when you're right, you're right. I'm sorry that bothers you. Okay. I said, nope, I'm happy just being me. Comments about myself are always help my listeners have insight onto whom they are listening. Do you mean sharpest tool in the shed? Because he said smartest tool in the shed. Again, start your own humble channel and you can just do what you think best. This one is mine and you sound jealous. I'm done bantering. You have an enlightened day. Yeah, that was a fun interchange. Folks, um, true humility doesn't pretend. And true humility is not denying what you know and who you know about yourself. But the moment you think you're better than others, which I do not think I'm better than others, then you might have an issue consistent with what this man is saying here. I'm serving y'all. I do this at my own energy, my own expense, my own time, and I don't even get paid for it. Think about that. So, what do we got going here? It's the same old, folks. I don't sell hopium. What I recommend you do is go right here to my homepage, and you can listen to the intro trailer if you want. What's happening? That's Marvin Gaye. You know, what's going on? But what I really recommend you do is check out the videos. Check out the videos. Because they say everything anyone accuses me of, mine is documented for prosperity because we all know the internet never disappears. You can delete all you want and try to hide all you want, but if you put it on the internet, it's there forever and ever and ever. So check me out. You can see what I say about the dinar. You can see what I say about money. You can see what I say about anticipation, hope, with wise actions with your money, places to put your money. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am a paradigm whisperer. So I hope you hear me. I also have playlists. Check them out. I'm trying to put them together where they make some sense. Um, so thank you for the idea for a video. I'm going to make another video actually about the dinar. But I'm going to wrap it up by taking it back to where it started. Takes us back where we started. And Mr. Tassoni, he started out okay. Like I said, they got a little iffy with that hopium comment. But Robert, you got to learn when to bow out, bro. You got to learn when to bow out when you know you're up to something and you're trying to play everybody for stupid. And that this ain't a place for that. I answered some additional comments to that comment and gave a little logic on the approach because the man said something about fooling their money. And then Dan and he were having a conversation. And then he went on to say, stop leading people astray. Yeah, well, I'm certainly not doing that. I don't have any fear for that. But then he poses that he was an IQ dealer. And he stopped as a matter of conscience. I guess he's trying to tell me how to train my conscience. One thing I can say with pretty good confidence about the people who enjoy my videos, the regulars who come, and all those who listen to them, really, from an objective point of view, it's easy to see that I'm not trying to lead anyone astray. However, Mr. Tassoni, who said I was an IQ dealer and stopped as a matter of conscience. I mean, he's really doubling down on his position. Then he makes comments that I just had to pick him up, toss him around, body slam him, and then, flying elbow. I don't know. Because he ran his mouth too much. He talks about that they will sell you a 25,000 note right from their website for $35 USD. Well, here's a response, and I'm going to read it. Central banks make their profit on printing money and indebting the nation state in which they are domiciled, not via sales to the general public. Now, of course, that general public in Iraq would not apply to us, but they still ain't making much money. They give it to dealers, and that is a function of currency dealers. If you are presumably a USA citizen, Mr. Tassoni, you do not deal with the CBI, but instead via U.S. Treasury authorized dealers. That's how foreign currency enters the United States. Foreign currency entering the U.S. via a route other than the U.S. Treasury or authorized dealer is a crime. Obviously, except what's in travelers' pockets. But it has to be declared if it's any appreciable amount of money. Most certainly 10,000 or more, but it could be less. I'm not sure. However, as a professed dealer, you should know that. You appear to be a troll and a fake. Just saying. Then I went on to say, I hope you're tired enough to give it a rest, because he didn't give it a rest. But then he did on that comment. Thank you for that. So Dan, thank you for the idea for the video. Yes, folks, there are trolls out there. But to be clear, I am not a guru. I really see myself as a paradigm whisperer. And your paradigm is yours and yours alone. But if you hear my whispers, maybe you'll change it. Maybe you'll adjust it. Maybe you'll see the truth that I see. And maybe you won't. That's up to you. I'm going to do a video later today on the Iraqi dinar, and we'll see how many naysayers come out. I'm in the mood to have a verbal spar with them anyway. I'm DK Will, and this is DK Will Talk About It, and I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.